What's good y'all, it's Lushi and today I'm back with another sample tutorial. It's a dark sample with some vocals in it, so let's get straight to it. So I started off with this sound from Contact. It's the Dulcitone 1900 by Sounddust and made this chord progression right here. So I'm gonna play it first and then I'm gonna delete the MIDI and recreate it for y'all. So we're in F minor, so I'll start off by making an F minor chord. And after that I took the third note and pushed it up one octave. So after I had this note up here, I shortened it down here and duplicated it one half step down. And after that, I just duplicated it over for all 4 bars. And I liked how it sounded, but I just wanted a little bit more variation. So I took the C note here and here, duplicated them and pitched them up one octave. And finally I took the F note right here and just placed it at the end of every bar. And then I duplicated it over, pitched up one octave, and also strummed the notes a little bit by pressing Alt S. So here's what it sounds like without any effects on it. So for the effects I start off with an EQ, taking out the low end. After that I added a shaper box. I start off with this volume preset to give the chords a little bit more movement, and also this panning to make it go from left to right ear. After that I added some Valhalla delay. After that I added crystallizer. I went with the reverse chorus preset, which is right here in the echo reverse down here, and turned down the mix a little bit. So after I had those chords down, I wanted to add a bass line. So I found this one-shot bass in AJ Was Here's Circenius Volume 1 one-shot kit, and all I did was following the root note. For effects I just took out some of the high end and added a decapitator, the Beefy G2 preset, to make it hit a little harder. I also turned it to mono to make it less wide in the mix. So here's what it sounds like with the chords. So after I had the chords and the bass line down, I wanted to add some more textures or like some more sounds to the sample without adding a counter melody. So I found this sound in Contact. It's the Sunray preset from the Eclipse Bank by HZE. So I start off by making F minor chords like this. But then I accidentally highlighted the chords and pressed Alt U. But I liked how it sounded, so I just stuck with it. So after that I wanted to add some type of counter melody or something on top of the sample. So I went to Contact and went to this bank right here, Voices of Rapture. I went to the Ensemble one legato and chose the O preset instead of the A preset. So all I did was I started off at the root note. And after that I just followed my ears, seeing which notes works and seeing which notes doesn't work. And this is what I came up with. I really like this break right here, so instead of sounding like this, it adds some sort of bounce to the sample when it just pauses and hits kinda off beat. For the effects on the vocals, all I added was some reverb from Valhalla Vintage and also an EQ, boosting a lot here and taking out a lot here. And finally, after I had all these sounds down, I wanted to add one more sound to fill up the sample because it still sounded quite empty. So I went to Analog Lab and I went to my own and picked the Feel preset. I'm just gonna delete this real quick and show you how I made it. So I just made an F minor chord repeating like this. And then I took this chord right here and pitched down the third note one semitone and this one as well. So this is a F minor, this is F suspended 2, F minor, F suspended 2. So I took all these middle notes, pitched them up one octave, and then I made the chords into broken chords like this. I'm just moving all the notes to the side. And I'm slicing it right here, duplicating it over. And then for the second part, I just pitched it up 1 octave. After that, I just routed it to the first mixer channel, which is the same channel as the first original melody. So here's how it sounds like with the effects on. So after that, I wanted to reverse this. So I pressed Alt-Y, and then I bounced it out. After that, I just pressed reverse, and I lined it up with the grid. So after reversing the sample, I took this slice tool right here, sliced it in the middle, highlighted both of them, pressed the stretch button, and drag them down here, and then duplicate them over. And then I changed it to stretch mode right here. Here's how it sounds. And then I routed them to mixer channel 4 and added an EQ, some Valhalla reverb, and some Panman to make it bounce from left to right ear, and another EQ right here. So here's how it sounds like after the processing. And after I arranged the sample and bounced it out, I pitched it up 5 semitones, and here's what the final sample sounds like. So thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed the sample breakdown, hope you learned something new, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.